Hi everyone, my name is Ben Julian, and today I'm going to talk about a trend that has shaped not only the media landscape, but the way we interact with the world around us. And that trend, being said, is the trend of short form video content. When we hear about short form video, most of us immediately think about the popular app of TikTok. But the trend is way bigger than just one app. It includes Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, then Snapchat Spotlight, and even the ones we don't even think about at all, being LinkedIn and Pinterest that are adapting to this new trend of wave. These are fast, short form videos are fast and engaging videos, usually 15 seconds to a minute, that are designed to deliver entertainment, info, or a message fast. The reason why I picked this topic is because honestly, it's how I grew up consuming media. I've seen it evolve from all the way going back to Vine, back when we thought 6-second videos were chaotic and hilarious, to now TikTok, where it's now where we get our news, learn life hacks, and follow trends daily. It's not just how I relax, it's how I learn, stay updated, and even shop. What makes this trend especially interesting is how it's changed the way of marketing. Traditional ads are the kind that interrupt a YouTube video or play before a movie. And now they are being replaced with content that looks like something your friend might post. And when that content is an ad, we don't even mind it because it feels entertaining or useful or just part of a scroll. We're going to walk through how this trend really started and how it's grown and what businesses are doing with it. And why it's not just a phase, it's becoming the future. So let's rewind a bit, shall we? And let's ask the question, where did short form video content really start? It goes back all to the year of 2013, back when Vine was just getting started. Vine introduced the idea that you could do something creative, funny, or meaningful in just the short time span of 6 seconds. It was a cultural reset, but it didn't last, sadly. The app shut down in 2016, only lasting the prime years of 3 years, but it planted the seed and inspired a whole new generation of content creators who learned how to be fast, clever, and eye-catching with with their content. After the fall of Vine became the next app of Musical.ly, which took over, especially on the younger audiences. This platform focused on a lip singing videos and dance challenges, which created a very high entertainment to the young. And then boom, gave it a couple years and it rebranded to TikTok, which launched globally in the year of 2018. TikTok just didn't become popular at the time, became massive, especially during the pandemic when people were stuck at home. TikTok created a way for the world to connect over media in a quick and fashionable way. Creating and watching videos became a kind of shared global experience with one another. Now, here's some data that shows just how far TikTok has gone. TikTok has over 1 billion active users every month and is growing as the days go forward. The average user on TikTok spends about 95 minutes a day on the platform. That is more than an hour and a half just on TikTok out of a day of a daily person, which is a huge chunk of time. Next, HubSpot has found statistically that 73% of Gen Z prefers short form video when learning about products and news and entertainment in general. Which is really interesting is that this isn't just about fun and entertainment anymore. We now see quick videos used to share news, updates, teach mini lessons, and tell us personal stories. In a world where people want everything faster, from their coffee to their content, this format fits perfectly in their life. Now, let's look at some real brands who are absolutely crushing it in the market with this short form content. First up, Duolingo. If you haven't seen their TikTok, it is a bizarre and wild way on how they use this platform. As you know, Duolingo is a platform where people are able to learn a language of their choosing in a very easily and fun way. And their mascot being the owl has basically become its whole personality now. The content is funny, self-aware, and totally chaotic. They've learned and leaned into Gen Z humor, which can be pretty weird, but it works. They built a massive following and boosted their brand recognition without spending a dime on traditional ads. As you can see in the top left of the slideshow, here are just some snapshots of these TikToks they have created, being in a fun and simple way that is just bizarre and really catches the attention of any user that stumbles upon their videos. And it has worked amazingly on that marketing. Next is the fast food restaurant of Chipotle. They've created a viral challenge called the Guac Dance, hashtag Guac Dance, which celebrated a National Avocado Day. This one campaign led to over 800,000 guac sales in just one day alone. They used behind the scenes clips, trending audios, and consumer reaction, all in short and fun videos. Doing so has created an amazing trend that has really rose Chipotle in sales, and even post-trend, people are probably falling in love with Chipotle and is still growing to this day. Next, the NBA is another great example. They post highlight reels, funny moments, and player interviews in short clips. For the younger fans who don't always want to watch the whole entire game due to being busy with school, family, friends, they don't have time to sit down and watch the whole game. These quick videos keep them engaged with the brand and entertainment of the NBA. Even unexpected brands are jumping in. The Washington Post uses TikTok to explain news, stories in a simple, often funny way. That's journalism, and now it's coming to TikTok. These examples show that whether it's food, education, sports, or news, short form video is becoming incredibly flexible and powerful. Now, let's talk impact, because short form video isn't just a trend that people enjoy. It's actually changing the way we think, act, and shop. First, let's talk about attention spans. We've all heard about the stat about Gen Z having an 8-second attention span. Me being a Gen Z, I totally agree with that stat, because me, as a person who's wired to social media, always been around them, it seems that only 8 seconds have really caused my attention. Whether that is true or not, we definitely know that people scroll fast. If a video doesn't hook us in the first 3 seconds, we're gone. Short form videos are built for this reality. They're easy to consume on the go, while you're waiting in class, while you're in line, or even just in general, avoiding boredom. People also trust this content way more. It feels real. A TikTok of someone using a product in their room feels more authentic than a glossy ad with paid actors. It really causes the audience to connect and feel that they are also the same as these influencers. That's why influencer marketing is thriving on these platforms. It feels like advice from a friend and not just a sales pitch. And these businesses are adapting quickly. They're putting more money into short form campaigns because they're seeing better ROI. Micro influencers, people with smaller but more loyal following fan base, are being hired to make content that actually connects with their fan base. And companies are shifting on how they build content teams. You'll see fewer ad agencies and more in-house TikTok strategists. Short form isn't just a tool, it's become the center of marketing strategies as a whole. Next, we're going to ask the question, so what makes this trend so beneficial, especially for marketers? First off, it's affordable. You don't need a big studio or a full camera crew. A viral TikTok can be filmed on a phone in your bedroom at its simply. Then there's the speed. You can respond to trends in real time. A brand can hop on a meme, a sound, or event within hours and be a part of the cultural movement they wish. It's also more human. When brands post short form videos, they can show personality, humor, mistakes, and that's what people connect with. And the engagement is through the roof. Short form videos tend to get more likes, comments, and shares than traditional posts. That means more eyes on your product and more people talking about it. Most importantly, it meets people where they are. Gen Z and millennials are already on these apps. So instead of pulling them away to another platform, brands just need to blend them into their feed. Now, let's be real. Short form video is not perfect at its finest. The biggest challenge to short form video is saturation. Every brand is doing it now. So, how do you stand out, you may ask? It's not enough to just post. You have to post something so different, something so authentic that's to grab the people's attention. Then you got the algorithms. Algorithms, they're always changing. What might work one week might totally flop to the next. It's very stressful to the brands that are trying to keep a consistent reach to the audience. And another issue, of course, is shelf life. A video might go viral for 24 hours, but then after that time, it might disappear in a heartbeat. That means brands need to constantly create new content to stay relevant to the audience. It's kind of like a treadmill. You can't stop or you will fall behind. Also, not every message can fit into 15 seconds. Some things are just too complex for this format. So brands have to get really creative and how they simply cannot lose their meaning of their message and how they simplify without losing meaning. So while short form is powerful, it takes a lot of strategy and quick thinking to get it right. Now, let's look ahead, shall we? Because this trend isn't slowing down whatsoever. We're going to see even more short form video content and it's going to evolve. AI is playing a huge role generating personalized videos for users based on what they watch. Imagine opening TikTok and seeing a custom ad just for you. We'll also see more features, such as in-video shopping, interactive polls, and more content that feels like a conversation instead of a broadcast, making a more personalized experience for the user. Even platforms that weren't built for this, like I said before, like LinkedIn and now even Spotify, are adapting this because they see the power of short form engagement that they are not part of currently, but they realize it is the new wave. And as our generation grows up and becomes the main market and even the main marketers, short form will feel like second nature. We're fluent in it, so we're expected brands to be too. The future of marketing is fast, visual, authentic, and scrollable. To wrap things up, short form video content has gone from something that feels like passing trend to something that is redefined the market world. It's changed how we watch, how we learn, and how we decide what to buy. Brands have to move fast and meet us where we are, on our phones, in our feeds, and in 30 seconds or less. The brands that succeeded are the ones that stop acting like companies and start acting like people. By my own experience being part of Gen Z, I can say that when I see a brand that is funny and relatable, I stop and watch. That's how they get me, and that's how they connect. Thanks for listening. I hope this helped you see what short form video is more than just a trend, is now a feature of our communication and the marketing world. Thank you.